Hello everyone and welcome to PaxAria Gaming. My name is Reg and we are at part 5 of Elden Ring Nightreign. This is the Equilibrious Beast expedition. And we are joined by Railz and SomeSayKosm. So I'm guessing he's a real fan of Bloodborne, or at least the Bloodborne DLC. Awesome game. Okay, a couple of things. I'm still going to die a few times, and I'm probably going to get lost once or twice. Which is a lot less than the first couple of parts of this playlist. And it's all about efficiency. That's one of the things I've learned in the other Night Lords that I've been sort of hunting down, is that if you map out what you want to do first, or if you're playing with people who've played enough and they know exactly where everything is, then you can be pretty efficient while picking up runes. There are a couple of times when you play it a little bit too close as night is approaching, and they seem to know how to escape night a lot better than me. I usually just run away from the approaching night, the rain that comes with it. But sometimes that means I'm running in the wrong direction and not running towards where I need to be running to. Or if I'm inside of one of these castles that we're doing at the time, I get stuck trying to figure out how to get out of the castle. And you end up losing a level that way, which is pretty annoying. Now I'm beginning to semi-get the hang of it. Like the layout of all of the castles are the same. If you're entering from the bottom, you can follow the path that I'm taking. You can choose to fight these guys along the way or not, but I think generally speaking, you don't really have a lot of time to fight them. So you want to get to the boss. Because you're going to get the most runes rather than fighting all those little guys. Well, at least I wasn't the first one to die, which is a miracle. So that's a good start. That's the other thing that takes up time. So even when you defeat the enemy, these little scrubs will sometimes follow you up here and fight you, stealing some time away. One of the things I haven't done that I'll probably do in the next part is to use different weapons. Ironeye, well, his specialty is, I guess, as an archer. I guess that's a dex build. He can use other weapons. There are other weapons that he could actually use. So I think I may want to experiment with some of that or at least in my offhand, use a different weapon. I think I had an opportunity for Rivers of Blood at one point and didn't take it because I think I had 6 different bows, which is kind of goofy. You don't really need 6 of them. I mean, if you find 3 in your top tier of armament, then everything else can be something different, even if it's just holding something to give you the affinity for whatever that weapon is. Yeah, I wish Ironeye could run a little faster. And the other thing is, and I've said this in a couple of the episodes, a couple of the parts so far, and that is, if you do get separated from your team, you could just go to wherever they set the mark. You know, if they've dropped a pin at a particular location, just go to that location. They'll eventually meet you there. I mean, sometimes I keep trying to get back to where they are, and trust me, it's not always worth it, because you get turned around. I can't go down, I need to go up. And instead of just going to where the next pin is, you'll eventually make it there. And I think it's a much more efficient path to, or strategy to have, than to try to get to where they are, unless they're close. And there are cases where you can actually, when you respawn, if you get separated or if you die, you see them. You usually spawn closer to where they are. If you get lost, that's different. But if you die, you will respawn fairly close to where they are. So that's actually a little bit easier. Like here, I'm trying to figure out how to get up on top of this rock because I'm separated from these guys. And it's not a rock, it's a big ass mountain. I still hear them fighting. Okay, well, he's here, so that's good. So now I can just follow him. Although by now you think I would have learned the map, or at least most of it. See, I think of this as ruin farming. You want to, any of the easy ones that you pick up along your journey is good. Now this door is already open, which meant they must have come through here. Yeah, because I think one of there's usually 3 of these guys. Oh no, maybe not, because I think they're on the other side. Yeah, I need a stronger bow. Yeah, I've also gotten a little bit better at choosing which of the 2 or 3 items that you should pick. Initially, I try to read through them all, but now that I've been playing these expeditions for multiple runs at a time, they don't change that much. And there are times when there are things that I just don't need or it really won't help my character, but it's the best of the 3 options, so I'll pick it anyway, rather than just leaving it. Like, see, I missed that jump. So now I was trying to get up to where these guys go. All right. See, I'm Johnny-come-lately on all of these. They've already killed the bosses by the time I've gotten to where they are. I guess the easiest thing in picking the bows is if it has a higher DPS, I should just pick it. Or if it has a particular affinity that you know the final boss is weak to, you should pick it. Like, I know the final boss in this area is weak to lightning. So even if sometimes my starting weapon is imbued with lightning because of a relic, you know, that's early, right? So by the time I get to the final boss, I've already picked up 4 or 5 other bows, and some of them have higher DPSs, and I usually switch to one of those and forget to switch back to the starting one, which should be the lightning imbued one. If I'm going to do that, then I probably should get the required level smithing stone in order to upgrade it. One of these Zamor guys. I'm nervous about getting close enough to try to put a mark on him. Oh, Railz is down. But Zamor is almost dead, so there we go. Okay, we're at level 8. We're still at day 1. This is actually pretty good for day 1. Assuming I don't lose a level. Which is quite possible. Which is quite possible. See, I should have chosen the one that raises lightning attack. Oh. There's the day coming to an end. This is the danger in playing it really close to the vest when it comes to how close you are to the end of a day when working your way through castles in particular. Or the crater. The crater area of the game has these, it's much more vertical, and there are all these little nooks and crannies that you can get lost in. So when the night begins to approach, you sometimes get stuck trying to figure out how to get out of there. Okay, that gives us a few more runes. I don't know whether it's enough to get one more level before... Nope, not enough. See, this is an example when if I were using another weapon in my offhand, I could just, as long as it's something light and I could swing it pretty quickly, it might be faster than the rate at which I fire the bows. Okay. So this Mariner guy, the issue with the Mariner is that he has a big health pool, and then all these zombie type guys around him is always a pain in the neck to deal with. So what I try to do is focus only on the Mariner. Well, I'm not doing a good job because this guy won't leave me alone. Yeah, so the idea is lock on to, well, I don't want them to come back, but to lock on to the Mariner and just stay locked on and just chip away at his health. Make sure I get a mark on him. I don't know whether this one summons a death bird or not. Some of them do. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. But we're doing pretty good damage. The goal usually is to try to take out him before... Okay, there we go. Alright. Okay, it is a death bird, okay. But the good news is his health is so low that you don't really have to deal with him. Right, there we go. So if he appears, let's say, and the Mariner is only half health, then you're gonna have to deal with him for a much longer period of time than if you get him at that point where he's got a little bit of health left because you taken care of all of the zombie type guys and the Mariner is gone. Okay, so we survived day 1. Made it to level 9, which is a pretty good level for the first day. Which is a good sign that we probably will be able to get to 15 by the end of the second day. remember getting caught in one of these caves as night was coming and could not for the life of me figure out how to get the hell out of here. Very different experience when you're not rushed to go through. Now I'm just trying to catch up with these guys. Yep, this is me being lost. Too bad there's not a wayfinder in the game that allows you to sort of track your team. Okay, so they're up above. By the time I get up there, they'll probably be gone. Oh shit! It's this thing. Yeah, it's the one where you have to run along the side of... This guy would leave me alone. You have to run along the side of the building. And then jump through a little hallway. Okay, you guys did not see that. I'm not going to edit it out. Yes, that's pretty ass. I can't jump up there. I need to go around. Come on. By the time I get there, the boss will be dead. Oh my god. This is... I promise you guys, I played much better in Elden Ring. There we go. Oh my god. Wow. I finally made it. I feel like I've accomplished something. Sorry guys, I know you're doing all the hard work. Oh my god, and we got the freaking locust. Oh my god, it's so annoying. I'm probably gonna lose a level because the damn locusts are gonna get me. The idea is to kill the, what is that thing called? The sort of sentient pest type creature is creating these locusts. Okay, so we got the boss, but we still have to deal with the locust. and it took one of my levels. I remember the first time I encountered the locust, it took all of my levels. It took me all the way back down to level 1. Because I couldn't figure out what the hell is this and why is it bothering me. Later I discovered why. And okay, this is risky. See, I'm following these guys, and it's probably against my better judgment. Because I am about to do that. Really against my better judgment. I mean, if I had opened the map and sort of saw where the rain was, the smarter move would have been, don't follow him, just go in a different direction. Meet up at wherever they drop the pin. So I lost 2 levels in that. A level to dying and 1 to the locust. This is actually an awful run for me. So far. Alright, I can get a flask. Okay, I accomplished something. There we go. Yeah, I don't think I can level up. Yeah, I didn't think so. I'm going to try to stick to wherever Railz is going. Okay, that's where he's going. To fight a hippo. I got a mark on him, and he should be dead. There we go. Okay, now I feel like I'm contributing to the group. As like up to this point, I'm like, I'm not doing anything but running around trying to catch up with these guys. Tree Sentinel. We're doing pretty good damage too, which is pretty good. Put a mark on him. Okay, Cosm is down. He's back up. Good. Got struck by lightning. Kosm is down again, but so is the tree sentinel. I'm back up to level 9. That means I would have been probably level 11 at this point. Okay. Still can't level up. Probably will after killing these little scrub enemies though. Okay, they're really taking this Misbegotten down pretty darn quick, so. Alright, that was way easy. Oh, the night approaches. And I did not level up. Oh, that was silly. That was really bad. That was really, 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 really bad. So hopefully we'll get past this point here, because I should have, my first priority should have been to level up. I mean, the boss of the area was already dead, and I think these guys were just fighting scrubs, and I went to see if I could help, but I probably should have not done that. We got another Crucible Knight. I wonder if he's going to call his hippo friend, because one guy, I don't know whether... Yeah, there we go. I was going to say, he's usually never by himself, but it's good, so if we can take him out, then the hippo should be easy. Yeah, the hippo's always much easier to take out than the actual knight. Alright, so day 2. Day 2 has come to an end. Not quite sure how much physical damage this boss does. He does madness damage. But I think he also hits. So I think it's a little bit of both. I guess if I negate the physical damage, and all I have to deal with is the madness part. This will be my third try on the Equilibrious beast. I didn't really find anything to negate. I shouldn't say I didn't find anything to negate madness. I should have been paying closer attention to whether or not there were things that I could pick up that would negate madness. There probably were in the churches, but we didn't go to a lot of the churches. Typically we go there to increase the flasks. I think we only did one. In another run through, I think I did 3, which might be the max. I don't think I've ever done more than 3 churches to get the number of flask uses upgraded. So when you first enter the boss arena, you can have a conversation with Libra, which happens to be my birth sign. Shout out to October 10. And you have choices that you can make. You can ignore it, not talk to it at all. You can tell it you don't want to make a deal, which I guess we're not making a deal since we immediately attacked it. I think in a previous run I actually chose the power of a demon or something like that because he's weak to madness. Oh, I got caught there. Well, that's not good. That's not a good start. Okay, that's a terrible start. Wow. Alright, so the key to surviving his madness attacks is to eat these little shards that are all over the board. And then when he does the madness attack, it shouldn't kill you. It'll drop your health pretty low, but it shouldn't kill you. Now, what I should have been trying to do is to shoot those floating rune thingies that were there. But whether you shoot him or not, he does this, he gets like batshit crazy, gets hyper aggressive. So the idea is to just survive that. Again, I should be eating the shards. So there's a lot of things to pay attention to in this particular fight. Yeah, his teleporting is a pain in the ass. Just trying to get a mark on. Well, yeah, I did get it. Okay, I was trying to get a mark on him. And all of the Night Lord fights is really about patience. You know, you're really not going to kill any of them that quickly. At least that hasn't been my experience. This is the 5th one. And none of them are really, really fast. You just have to be patient. Bide your time. There's always going to be openings. Sometimes they'll aggro on one person, which gives you a chance to heal. Although this one so far, I don't think I've seen him mark anybody. The gaping jaw actually marked people. I think there's another one that did as well. And when they do that, the sentient pest also marks. When they do that, they just focus on that one person and just run around trying to get that one individual, which is great because you can attack and he still will be aggroed on the other person, which gives you an opportunity to get some real damage in. So I believe I should be shooting these sigils, which of course I missed the opportunity to do again. But we have them down to less than half health, slightly less than half health. And I've died once. I think we've all died once. And I guess the other thing that would be helpful is to get one of those, you can't always purchase them, so it's not always going to be available to you. The thing that allows you to survive death at least once. Okay, that's my second death. Wow, he's brave. He was right under the little laser thingy. There's the madness, but it didn't kill me. I don't have any more heals. That's the disadvantage of not going to all the churches to get more healing flasks. So if I die and one of my teammates bring me back, I'll actually end up having more health, so it's actually advantageous for me to die. Okay, got another mark on him. Hopefully, well, it only does, I think, something like 10% more damage, or 7%. Either 7 or 10, I can't remember which one. Okay, now he's going batshit crazy again. We got him down to the 25% mark in terms of health, which is good. And my third death. Okay, so now that I'm revived, I actually have more health. I guess I don't have warming stones in my inventory, which is pretty stupid for me not to have brought. Okay, we got him down to, looks like 15% health. Oh, don't die, don't die, don't die. Okay. I'm down. Kosm is hanging on. Railz is, looks like, at full health. And looks like, well, they don't really need to bring me back, because I think that the beast is just about dead. Okay, there we go. Wow. You know, all of the Night Lords are tough in their own particular way. And so this was a decent run, a successful run. I'm not going to say it was a good run. I guess any successful run you could argue is a good run, but I died too many times, got lost too many times. Don't feel like I contributed as much as the other guys did. Was not at level 12 or 13. I think anywhere between, I had said earlier, anything above level 10. 10 or above is good for facing bosses, but certainly the higher the better. So with that, we have the 5th Night Lord down. Up next is the Dark Drift Night Expedition. I don't know the boss's name yet, but Dark Drift Night is the name of the expedition that we'll be handling in the next episode. According to this, things are going to shift for Scarlet Rot. Oh, joy. I don't know how long that shift lasts, but if it takes me, 8 or 9 attempts, chances are it won't be Scarlet Rot by the time we actually end up facing the boss. So thank you guys for joining me in this episode 5 of Nightreign, and I will see you in episode 6 when we take on the Dark Drift Night Expedition. Thank you guys for joining me. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next episode. Take care, goodbye, and thanks for joining me.